3 years in a row, EA Sports have made basically the same mistake that is so drastic and irreparable that changes the entire timeline of Ultimate Team. And 2 years ago in FIFA 23, it was this FUT Heroes pack that was tradable and 25,000 coins on the game. If you had logged in at 6 p.m. content that random day, then you were obviously going to be blessed with a card that was so much more expensive than what you were paying for that pack. A lot of people coming out with players like Yaya Toure, who they were able to sell for 1.8 million coins, and those hero cards crashed down to about 50% of what they actually were the day before. In FIFA 24 or FC 24, they gave basically 40% of the community a Lionel Messi Team of the Year card out of this Team of the Year League's player pick. And that was an SBC that didn't cost all that much. And even though it was only out for an hour, so many people did that SBC that you saw Messi in every single other weekend league game for the rest of the year. And this year, well, it doesn't seem like they have fixed their problem. Do you need coins in FC 25 Ultimate Team? Then go to u7buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable, and the safest platform on the internet. Big creators use it. It has the best reviews. And if you use my code NITRO, you're going to get an extra 6% at checkout. You can even get specific players you want to add to your Ultimate Team straight from U7Buy. And if it's your first time, you'll get a newcomer's bonus added to what you get. Link down below. I have unfortunately missed all 3 opportunities to get a free player from EA Sports. I was working during the last 2 fiascos with the Heroes pack and the Lionel Messi. This time around, I was sleeping when everybody found out that when you open your 1 completion from the Season 4 Weekly Play Completionist, which is just completing this objective once, basically you were guaranteed a Winter Wildcards Haaland. Now, there were a select few people who didn't pack Haaland during this time, but almost everybody did get a Erling Haaland striker card from the pack, which is, of course, 1.1 million coins on the game. Now, it's not quite as bad as the Team of the Year Messi or even the 25k hero pack was, but it's still, how does this keep happening, EA Sports? And why do you continue to do it when I'm not online? That's what I want to know. But obviously, a lot of people have gotten an Erling Haaland today, so expect to see him in a lot of weekend teams you play against this weekend. Erling Haaland, Erling Haaland, Erling Haaland everywhere. And EA Sports, and it shouldn't surprise you, are going to compensate the people who got Erling Haaland. I don't understand what they need to be compensated for. Because, yeah, okay, maybe the odds were a bit messed up, but it was in their favor. They're going to end up giving them another Winter Wildcards guaranteed pack, which I think is bullcrap because they've already been blessed with an Erling Haaland as it is. But that's just how EA Sports work. They can't get around to looking at ban appeals, but they can instead get around to giving people a free Erling Haaland and then giving those same people another free Winter Wildcard guaranteed pack. Thanks, EA Sports. Anyways, while my thumb is up, go ahead and drop a like on this video because I thought yesterday's video was honestly hilarious. Maybe the humor kind of went over some people's heads. But we set a like goal of 200 likes. We didn't quite hit it, which is okay. But today, we're setting the same goal. We're going for 200 likes. So, if you're excited for today's video, and I've been helping you out recently, don't forget to drop a like. We're going for 200 likes. Now, Numero FUT is in the game now, and it's more of a, it's a crap sandwich in between Winter Wildcards and Team of the Year. It's bridging the gap to Team of the Year, but it doesn't mean we can't make coins on it in the meantime, and I have been investing a little bit in some Friday flips. We did some on stream yesterday, Nitro Football on Twitch, but we've got some Indica, this card for about 31,000 coins, and I'm hoping that he goes up over the course of the next few hours, and then I'm going to sell him Saturday morning, So I'm going to sell him Saturday morning. He is now up to about 35k, so he's up into profit. I'm making like 2,000 to 3,000 coins per card. I think he could go a little bit higher. And we're seeing that from some of these Winter Wildcards. Winter Wildcards. We're seeing this from some of the Numero FUT cards. Especially, I saw it from Roared. This card flew up in price, and if you're wondering why I'm looking over on FUT.gg, it's because look at the 14-day hourly graph. It doesn't exist because for some reason EA Sports Footbin isn't tracking the prices in EAFC. They're not tracking the prices in the graph, yet they are accurately displaying the overall price if you were to check like what their price is right now, but you can't see what they've done over the course of the last few hours, which is exactly what I need to trade. Like I need that to trade cards. I have to know what the prices have been. And so we're going over to foot.gg to see this. This card went from 83,000 coins up to about 100,000. It actually peaked over 100K, and then now it's coming back down. This is a card that I think could spike back up one more time in the morning. 85K right now. I think it could get to 95K at some point during the morning if you want to take the risk on it, as I will upload this video right after I'm done recording, so anybody who's in the notification squad can keep track of it. But that's what we're currently doing on our account. But if you don't want to get involved with the numero foot, or maybe you're a little late to it, I do still think there's some value in winter wildcards. However, I will say this: stay away from the expensive cards. Any expensive cards, whether it's gold cards, whether it's Neymar Jr. right there, whether it's Sophia Smith out of Winter Wildcards Team 3, I don't care who it is, all right? Stay away from them. Do not touch the expensive cards, because during the next 10 days, you're only going to see those kind of cards drop into the hype of Team of the Year. If you want to buy an expensive card, you need to buy that right before Team of the Year starts. Maybe 2-3 days before Team of the Year. That might be the time we buy our expensive cards. But right now is not the time. In fact, I think next week is when they really, really start dropping in price, if they haven't already been dropping in price. We can take a look at a Sophia Smith right here. This is a card that before Footbin stopped tracking, I guess it has been consistent. It hasn't really dropped a lot yet, so there's still opportunity to sell over the course of the weekend until about Tuesday. I think Wednesday comes around, Team of the Year hype sets in, because we're 1 week before the pre-Team of the Year begins. Even though numero foot is still going on, I think Team of the Year hype starts on Wednesday, and so I would not hold cards until Wednesday. Really, I wouldn't hold any cards till Wednesday, but especially the expensive ones. However, there is some value in some of the cheaper cards, because there are some SBCs coming out. Lukaku's one of them. It's questionable on if this card is going to be even better than the Marcus Thuram SBC we got at the very beginning of the year. So is it going to replace strikers already in the game? Probably not. I would assume no. He's probably clunky, like hopefully all of your striker Haalands are if you got him. Screw you. I wanted him. All right, he's probably going to be spectacular and score 17 goals on me this weekend. But Lukaku coming out, he's going to be decent if they value him a little bit cheaper. He's going to be a card that some people do. Like that Cody Gakpo SBC, I think was really good value. If they make this Lukaku like half the price of Gakpo, I think some people will complete it. Otherwise, I just don't see a lot of people going out of their way. So I don't think Napoli links are all that exciting to me. But what is kind of exciting is the Saudi links with this Sadio Mane, because this card could end up being really, really good, and it's really tough to link. And if it's really tough to link, that actually makes it good for us, because then the investments, the links to that card could go up. The only way to get this into your team is if you have Saudi Arabia links, or if you have icons and stuff. And if you have icons and stuff, you probably aren't going out and getting Mane. So it's probably going to be the Saudi links. And so if we want to take a look at some Saudi links, we're going to go to players, and we're going to go to leagues. We're going to go down here, Roshan Saudi League, and just sort it by price, because we don't want to buy cards that are 2 million, 3 million coins. We're going to avoid the Cristiano Ronaldo for 1.2 million coins probably, and we're going to look more in the range of about, 15,000 coins, maybe up to like 200,000 coins. Like this Moussa Diaby, who's 197,000 coins. We talked about him yesterday. He dropped down to less than 190. Now he's on his way back up. He's 197 now. Even though he doesn't get a direct link to Sadio Mane, this Moussa Diaby card could be a shout, because he is French. And French players, honestly, they link. Like 90% of people have a French player in their team. So I think just on that fact alone, that is probably a good shout. Now, I did have just an idea right now. And so what I'm going to check is if there are any Senegalese managers in the game. And fellas, there are. This card is going to be an absolute gem. There's only one bronze manager, it seems, but right now I can get him for 350 coins. Don't mind if I do. We're going to go ahead and send that up to the transfer list. And since I'm working on a low budget right now, I might end up buying a few of these cards because these are the kind of items that could go up from, right now he's 1,300. Maybe I got a snipe on that one for 350. But these are the cards that are maybe 1,200 right now, but after the Sadio Mane SBC comes out, could rise to over 3,000 coins or even beyond that. So I'm kind of banking on that. We'll go ahead and make some investments here. I've got 124,000 coins. I might invest, about 20K into these cards and see if this manager goes up in price at all. So that manager is a decent shout. And then obviously a lot of these links. Right now, when I scroll down the list, you want to find cards that are from Al Nassr, like Cristiano Ronaldo. The only problem is he kind of plays the same position as Sadio Mane. Mane plays striker, so they could honestly replace the Cristiano Ronaldo. They could replace the Karim Benzema. So be careful with what you do invest in. It is kind of tough to find those perfect links to this card, but maybe there's some other options that you guys see on your screen here. Maybe a Sergej Milinkovic-Savic track star. I mean, he's not a great link, and he is Serbian, but he's not much risk either. So that could be a shout. I'm Eric Laporte. Oh, that's a good one right there. Winter wildcard, I'm Eric Laporte. Oh, he's a striker? That changes things. I'm not going to lie to you. That does change things. But I also do think that this is decent at 11,000 coins. That could be a card that doesn't move. That could literally be a card that you invest in at 11K and he doesn't go above 11K. But it also has some upside. So really you could buy it and then quick sell it if it doesn't work. So that's a decent shout right there as well if you want a no risk investment. And maybe even gold Neymar Jr. Gold Neymar Jr. You can't go wrong there. So there's some options right there for the links to Sadio Mane, which is an SBC that is going to come out over the course of the next couple of days. Yesterday, we got the Pedro Neto SBC. A lot of people liking the Pedro Neto SBC. It's not bad value at all. It costs 144,000 coins, and you get a choice between which Pedro Neto you get. You can get the one with the Finesse Shot Plus or the one with the other one. I can't remember what the other play style is, but we got that one came out, and then we got Lotta Schellen, which I don't know what EA are thinking by dropping this kind of icon SBC going into Team of the Year. They really, really don't want to drop anything great until Team of the Year, which is fine. Like, I'm fine with them using this promo as a little gap between Winter Wildcards and Team of the Year. But I mean, this is just not it, right? You're dropping an icon SBC that has that many windows. You need an 87 rated squad. It costs you basically more. It costs you more than Pedro Neto. Just people aren't doing that SBC. And if you are, you're wasting fodder. You are wasting your fodder before Team of the Year. There are going to be better things to use your fodder on. It's not Torgan Hazard. Might be Cody Gakpo. But speaking of fodder cards, they are slightly up, right? 84 rateds were at discard price. Not discard, but at their cheapest, which is 1.1, 1.2K. Now they're up to 1.7, 1.8. That is a significant rise. I mean, people underestimate how many coins you can make off 84s this year. 85s are up a decent bit, and you might say, wow, they look cheap, but they were even cheaper. Take a look at what these cards were going for just a couple of days ago. Obviously, it's not tracking the last few hours, but look at that low point, 2.7 thousand coins up to 3,400. You buy 1,000 of those cards, you're going to end up making 700K. So that's all I'm saying. You make yourselves a lot of coins if you're willing to put in the work on some of those low-rated fodder cards. Now, some of the higher-rated fodder cards, I haven't touched them on the new account. I have some on the main account, which I obviously still don't have access to after over 2 weeks. Drop a sub if you're sad about that. It'll make me happy, at least, if you drop a sub. Maybe some consolation for losing 8 million coins to EA Sports ban system. But 89 rateds are still my favorite. You can get them for like 11K, to be honest with you. Maybe 12. But you can get them for 11K, especially at content release time. Those are cards that I think are good to hold until Team of the Year comes out. Because I think that we're going to get exchange SBCs during Team of the Year. Anyways, guys, that's about all I've got to talk about today. We could get into evolutions and stuff like that, but I really don't have any great investments attached to those cards right now. Really, the message of the day is I've got a few investments linked to Winter Wildcards going out of packs and to the SBCs that are about to come out, and the fact that you should sell some of your expensive cards before it's too late. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.